Everybody, so the next video, and it's not going to be about remigration and immigration policy by Restore, about a YouTube video just dropped from Talk TV with Samar Gill, and it ties into what I was saying about the grooming gang inquiry, about mass immigration from countries which think this is a perfectly normal thing to do in their country as such. And I'm to shine a light on all of this linking in and how this video indemnifies the grooming gang inquiry. Everything said in this inquiry, which we brought up, is in this YouTube video in this instance. So I just want to talk about this as well. So Rupert's come out with an update 5 hours ago. The R gang inquiry update. As our hearings progressed, we've had a distressing number of women come forward with similar horrific experiences who wanted to tell their story. Once the hearing concluded, we reopened the submission process and many have come forward and are now being supported by our team. We will help them tell the world their story in a safe and secure way. Our wider report is being worked on and I hope that it will be a final version ready for publication soon. It's going to be really hard to read and I'm going to read it. Our inquiry legal team is identifying further targets for private prosecutions. More news will come soon. Now, I just want to pause that there. You heard in my last video, it was 80,000 recorded cases in the UK reported. Women, victims, have not had faith that they can report these crimes, that no one will listen to them. And in the grooming gang inquiry, it highlights that officials from everywhere, NHS, potential council members, judges, care workers, police officers, turned a blind eye or facilitated these grooming gangs, allegedly and potentially, right? And that ties into this a little bit more, right? And I just want to highlight, this is the R gang inquiry on Facebook. Please give it a follow. Limit your time on this, please, because if you have a heart or a soul, it will break it. It will make you cry, because this is what Labour's failed to do. This is what everybody's, they're saying it cost millions, yeah, but £600,000 got us this far, right? So go there, but please limit yourself. Now, the other thing to highlight quickly on Rupert's page that's popped up is this. I'm receiving a growing number of death threats as a result of Restore Britain's robust policy on banning halal and kosher slaughter. These people will not intimidate us. This is Britain. We do things our way. Don't like it, leave. There is now a political party offering the British people the choice to ban halal and kosher slaughter, and that party is Restore Britain. And this is where we get to our video.
I just finished an interview with Harman Singh and his lovely wife. It's all about this sign.
Mr. Singh, beautiful guy, true patriot.
Apparently this sign is so controversial in modern Britain that they have had their lives absolutely destroyed because of a laminated sheet of A4 paper. Let's see what they said.
So this is highlight. All they've said is we don't serve halal food here, right? You don't want if you want halal, there's plenty of places around, and it most certainly is in London. Let's not dispute that. And it also lets people know if they don't want to eat halal, they have somewhere else to go. This is just like saying on the high street there is a store which sells the best steak, and next door is a vegan shop, right? It sells the best veggie stuff, right? Like, the consumer knows where to go to eat on their preference. And that's all that says, right? There should be no threats, right? Right? But yeah, we know from Rupert's page.
The reaction to Harman Singh's restaurant has gone far beyond criticism.
Mother, don't do this, okay? I'm gonna come now, Mr. Singh. I'm gonna take your...
Listen to this carefully, very carefully, and then we apply this to what we've just read off Rupert's page. We apply this to what we know from the grooming gang.
Turban and take it down the toilet, mother. Mr. Singh, I get your daughter. I do grooming gang on her, mother. I get me and Abdul. We take it to Pakistan.
In recent days, eggs have reportedly been thrown.
Heard that? You heard what they said, right? You heard that, right? So let's bring up this piece. Right. I'm not going to read it out loud. But I'll wait a couple seconds. Yeah? You got that? Daily basis, right?
premises. His personal phone number has been circulated online, and he's been subject to a torrent of abuse. His daughter stalked, as well as threats towards his wife and children. Harmond and his wife Kush kindly spoke to us on the night of the attacks.
What did happen?
Today?
Yeah.
Today I received some calls. I don't know where they get my private number, because my number, no one have it. Only my family and some close people. Someone leaked my number. They called me. First they sent me the message, my house address, my kid's date of birth, my date of birth, my husband's date of birth. They said, we are calling from grooming gang. We will bomb your house. We come tonight, bomb your house. We will bomb your restaurant. We burn your...
We're calling from grooming gang, right? Like, I put it out there, but let's look at the Epstein debacle and the industrialization of children and women being trafficked from that. Same thing. Where do you get the information from? But we also know who's head of telecommunications, where telephone battery farms are, basically. This is, goes above the pay grade. It's not just people on the street. It's not the working class people doing this, right? There's people above the grunts in a hierarchical gang, right?
And they say, tell your husband, front of him we rape you, 20 people and your daughter. And if you want Sadiq Khan or Met Police, we bring Sadiq Khan to break your fast in your restaurant. Do you want that? He's our friend. And you...
Now, he's our friend. That's kind of subjective. But he is, right? I mean, you said there was no grooming gangs going on in London. Didn't you, Mr. Sadiq Khan? And also your two-tier policing and how that's been going down recently in London, especially during protests, right? So then these people feel like you are just naturally their mate?
You called the police and...
No, I didn't call the police.
Right.
Because police have orders by Sadiq Khan, don't help them. I have at least last 3 years 30 complaints. Again.
So there you go. When I say people don't feel empowered to report instances of crimes, threats, and potential, great, yeah?
Against them, no action, case is closed within 24 hours.
And people also on the other side are trying to say that this was a hate crime, this little laminated piece of paper.
Then we have a hate crimes when they write in their shops halal. We didn't go anyone. We didn't target their daughters.
And again, this hate crime trash is always used and weaponized against people who care or want to do their own way. You've got these liberals, like extreme far left liberals, who talk about tolerance and inclusivity. But those people are backing the people who are threatening Mr. Singh's restaurant, threatening his lovely wife, threatening their kids, right? So no offense, Green Party, but you're empowering those people to do what they're doing to these people. And then they want to cry hate speech, which is what everybody seems to do on the far left. It's vile, to be honest with you. It's check yourself.
Why they're targeting us? I'm pissed off for the UK government. The Keir Starmer, Sadiq Khan, Shubhana, the peaceful community people, which they openly give the rape threats to our daughters and no action. And then Sadiq Khan, what do you give the statement? What is grooming gang? I think you're an uneducated person. Do some study. You need it. Or resign it.
I'm asking you, do we...
Susan Hall, amazing woman, right? She asked Sadiq Khan, I think, for a 1.2 to 1.5 million for an inquiry into London. Plenty of money, but no. We'll give loads of money to the mosques instead, won't we, Sadiq Khan, and to events that benefit you and not the people of London, really.
We have those sort of gangs in London.
I'm not sure why she's so nervous to say what she means. What do you mean?
No. I am saying exactly what I mean. I'm saying, have we got any of those grooming gangs in London?
I'm unclear, Chair, what is meant by the question. If she could spell it out, I can answer.
I've just spelt it out. Are you not listening? It's the sort of gangs that groom young girls at a young age for sex. Exactly how much clearer do you want me to be?
the people of the moment. This sign here has created all this drama. How are you feeling? What have you been going through these past couple of days? I know the police were here earlier.
We are being intimidated by peaceful community around the clock. Our restaurant number is buzzing non-stop.
Fake bookings.
And they are booking fake bookings on our website, on other platforms.
You know, Key said the peaceful community. You know, religion of peace and all that. Peaceful community. Just absolutely terrorizing them. Because they don't want to serve something that they have plenty of other options to go to currently. Absolutely vile.
So the right people who want to come, they are not able to contact us. We are losing business, but that's not the problem. But the thing is, we are not...
Mr. Singh, we're happy on the Wirral. Please come up north.
...going to lose our country to these people.
You seem to have lost everything. You've had eggs chucked at your restaurant. Yeah. You've had people accusing you of hate crimes. Why does this matter to you? Why does it matter to stand up for you?
Isn't it funny how people accuse people of hate crimes who are literally the ones creating the hate crime? You know?
Your right to free speech in this country.
First thing is, I am Sikh. I did post one video. In my religion, we are not allowed to eat or sell halal at any cost. Any practicing Sikh who...
You look into this well, right? Do you know it's technically, by law, by written English law, illegal for me to eat halal anyway? Right? It was a law passed to allow the small community, up to 10,000 Muslims at the time, shall we say, to eat halal, specific to them as a law to allow them to eat it, but we were not allowed to eat it, right? If we ate it, we should be banged up and arrested. That law hasn't been changed. It's just been kind of like sidelined. Look into it.
Follow Sikhism, Sanatan Dharma. They will not eat or sell halal at any cost.
And this is the other thing, right? It's to be tolerant of Islamic faith, even though we just really have been. But they're not tolerant to Christianity. They're not tolerant to Sikhism. They're not tolerant to any other religion. Yeah, if you don't kowtow and bend to them, they don't give a Jesus.
It's taught to us this way, and I am just following my belief. And right now, this Muslim community, they are targeting my faith. And I put there, proudly, I sell non-halal because I am proud that I am following my belief, my religion. And it's my freedom of expression. And I'll tell you one thing, a lot of it...
Again, people call for freedom of expression, lying themselves with that community, attacking Mr. Singh. And yeah, they're antithetical to expression, isn't it? Make that make sense, Green Party. Please make that make sense.
People say I took asylum in this country, and why am I against asylum seekers, other immigrants? Not immigrants, like asylum seekers. Why? The reason is, the people I ran from, the danger, the people who want to kill me, rape my family, they are coming now. That's why I'm against them. That's the difference.
And when we come to airport, we surrender our passports. We come with a family, and there's only men's coming.
We have migrated here genuinely to escape all the things he just listed, right? And I've heard many a story like this from migrants who have been here for decades. People escaped from the Congo, and they're Christians, where they were slaughtered for being Christians in the Congo. And they're now terrified because their entire community around them suddenly become the very thing they escaped. Again, verifying what I said in the last two videos, we were importing mass waves of people from cultures that are antithetical to our own, and we're doing a disservice to the previous immigrants that have come here, who are hard-working people, contributing, paying their taxes, getting on with their life, wanted to become part of Britain, yeah? And now, the people, the very thing they were escaping is right there across the street, attacking them every 5 seconds for their freedom of expression.
Farmer provides 40 million pounds for the mosque security, and same people are attacking my shop because I don't want to sell.
Again, Sadiq Khan gives monies to mosques. Look at Manchester, right? The synagogue stabbings in Manchester, right? All of a sudden, Keir Starmer comes out and goes, we'll give 50 million more to protect the mosques. The mosques aren't being attacked. Just go and send me a list of them. I found 4 arson attacks on mosques in the last 10 years compared to like 360 odd churches. And of course you could argue there's insurance claims, but those churches burning down seem to be in very predominant hotspots where they're no longer native, shall we say. And the mosques, 2 of the attacks were done by their own people. One was a car that was burnt outside and singed the door. But as I said, we give all them security extra money for I don't know what. And then poor people like Mr. Singh, where's his security? Where's his protection? Where's the protections for the Christians and the Sikhs and the Jews, especially the Jews right now? You know, again, isn't it mad how you've got the far left rallying behind Islamists, calling everybody a fascist and a Nazi, and yet they're the most Jew-hating people I've ever seen in my life, and I've heard it on the streets, you know, in Fatah, just kill every Jew person on the planet. Well done, guys. Make that make sense. So you are the very thing you are accusing people who just want to like control their borders, reduce sexual abuse towards women and children, and they stop illegals coming over as well, like getting a bit of our land back. You know, all these things, you like just normal things, normal everyday things which should be normal to any society. you call this the exact thing that you are doing in every shape and form. Man, I mean, make it make sense.
Where is the security for me? Where is 400 pounds for me? Where is the police officer guarding me? There is none. Why?
Actually,
because
I tell you,
I am not harmed.
I tell you what, Keir Starmer is a real racist. Like today, I received the call. They said we are calling from grooming gang.
Like a grooming gang.
Keir Starmer to me is an actual racist, is what she said. You could argue that. Freaking, yeah, he's very favourable for certain groups right now, and it certainly isn't the natives, because the natives are being forced to integrate, forced to have their culture and heritage stripped from them, being made second-class citizens, and even according to DEI, won't give people like me a job.
Which Sadiq Khan claims don't operate.
No. This is their belief, to marry 9 years old. So for them, it's their belief. For them, grooming gang is nothing new. It's their belief. So I cannot challenge their belief. That's why Sadiq Khan says, I don't know what grooming gang is, because that's a part of their life, for their language. Last year, I was attacked by some Pakistani.
They come and they said we are Pakistanis.
We are Pakistanis. They attacked me. They throw beer bottle.
I'm just going to find you something quickly after you said that. What he just said there. Keep that in context, right? Let me just find this. Okay. So keep what he said in context. Right? And remember the phone call at the beginning? You'll have X number of men. So say at the top there, for example, survivor, panelist, survivor, panelist, survivor. Yeah? You got that?
He got bleeded, she got bleeded. We called police. I called them Pakistanis. Police came. 20 police officers came.
One of the officers is Muslim.
He came running, arrest this bugger, because he called them bloody Pakistani. And they let them go and rush at me. Because why? I called people attacking me bloody Pakistani. Police cell for 20 hours. They took my DNA, my swab, fingerprints, my Rolex watch. Like I am a criminal. I call for help, police. I trust this police. I am under attack, please. Send help, and police came, arrested me.
And the police is quite rude with me when they take my statement. I record everything. Front of police with it.
There was cases in the Rotherham grooming gang where they'd find a drunk girl surrounded by men, and they literally blame the girl for being drunk, but it was all her fault. 14, right? That's by the police. Just dropped off home. And in some cases, some dark cases, when the kids were discovered after being missing, so the parents were reported them missing, they didn't take them back to the parents, they took them back to the actual groomer, the perpetrator.
Calls which I had, death threats, your husband is in and we're coming in to kill you. And what police replied me? They said, ignore these calls.
A career in politics, both.
This is like this death threat thing, right? It seems to be very, very synonymous with Islamist extremists, right? Like, let's just look for that. But it also seems to be synonymous with the far left. right? It's synonymous with, like, weirdly enough now, the LGBTQ plus, community. If you don't agree with anybody, you have a slight difference of opinion, you get death threats. Think of it this way, right? Charlie Kirk was shot in the neck, yeah? In front of his 3-year-old daughter who ran towards his body. Let's just put that in perspective. And the amount of people online that openly celebrated this, it was insane. And then on Blue Sky, there were death threats lists put on Hub. Who should be next? J.K. Rowling, Nigel Farage, etc., etc. A simple disagreement, a simple difference of opinion means you can now be killed. And then they call you a fascist and a Nazi, basically making you soulless and putting a target on your head. This is what happened to Charlie Kirk. And here we are, the lovely Singh family getting peppered to death with death threats. And I tell you now, there will be some crazy white liberal involved in those death threats as well. Right? And I'm sorry, again, Mr. Planksky, you are supporting this behavior. Right? You want this country to look like Lebanon. You want this sectarian, broken up, clannish identity politics being priority in our country. And it's just disgusting. There's nobody on the right side of politics, right, throwing out death threats hardly. Yes, there's going to be a couple of freaking loonies on what you call the imaginary far right, as far as I'm concerned. The far left is a very real thing. And arguably, your far right is the Islamist communities, because they're conservatives to the nine, conserving their way of life they've brought from their homelands. Let's check that out, right? Like, think about that.
If you feel like you could be very useful in the UK government, is that something you're looking towards? Is that something you get involved with?
I want to come in politics, but I want to be bit balanced, because this politics need person because I need a person who loves this country to be a MP, PM, mayor, whatever it is.
We need a patriot.
We need patriots who love this country. I want to be one of them, but before that I need to calm down a bit, because I'm very aggressive right now, because of not.
You're being attacked. You're under attack.
I'm being attacked every day. I'm not able to sleep at night. I look over the window, who is outside my home. When I go home, I check all around the streets, who is waiting for me. I'm not living a safe life. I'm becoming like a ghost, dead man walking. But thing is, I need to defend my daughter.
Will that sign stay up?
And that's why I'm here. Defend my daughter and my son and my family, to give them a future and a hope. I'm here to once get people galvanized and believe in their country, to love your country, to love your history, your ancestry, your law, and also for those who come to this country to love us, natives, and not just come here to abuse us. And the problem is, we're importing more abuse than we are those who love us.
Even I die, they kill me.
Need more Mr. Singhs.
My kids promise me, Dad, we'll keep that side.
And you know what's worse? I feel ashamed that my country is doing this to him. I don't understand. This is a beautiful man who deeply cares about Britain. Yeah, really does. But he's just getting destroyed now for a bloody poster in a window. Let's be real, saying you just don't serve something. But of course, Sikhs are not liked by certain communities, and it ain't my community. Of course, there's people like me. Of course, there's always going to be one. I'll tell you now, it's not my community overwhelmingly have a problem. I guarantee you, in the comment section down here, or on Mr. Singh's Facebook page, you just have loads of what you would call gammons, because they love to use that word, supporting Mr. Singh. I guarantee you. And of course we one or two assholes, but now we have bot accounts, don't we? And I've got a few of them. That's another story. And promoting doing these things to people's children on Instagram, of all things.
Yeah.
And I don't understand, there is so many pubs, bars, London, so many restaurants which they serve non-halal food. They don't target them. Why they're targeting us?
Why?
Because they're targeting my religion.
Boom.
Like a Mughals they target many years back, my gurus. Same, they're targeting my religion.
The hypocrisy of it, right? We need an Islamophobia destination to protect our religion, protect us and not be criticised. And yet the same respect is not remotely upheld when it comes to them and other religions. And this is the hypocrisy of why you can't do this. Like, you know what I mean? You're empowering through that definition one religion to basically get a bat out and smack the head of every other religion they don't agree with. And then they're protected and empowered by the far left liberal people who are native to the isles, like the bloody Green Party, to be able to do this, right? I mean, I haven't seen anybody come out and speak up for Mr. Singh. I've not seen no MPs stand up in the Commons and be like, Mr. Singh, this is appalling, this is disgusting, you know, this anti-Semitism and the hatred towards the Sikhs and the natives needs to stop.
Off. I don't care. Sorry for my language.
No, darling, I'm going to put you back 5 minutes, just give you that. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
Religion. Off. I don't care. Sorry for my language. My religion is...
Do you know what that was? Like, as an Englishman, that was the most British thing that lovely lady could have said.
Sikhism means I live in Britain, my country is my religion, I need to save this country from this radical Islamization again. That is my religion.
And last, my religion again is my country, and I love you, Britain. I love you, every single person who lives peacefully in Britain. We love you all.
I will defend my country, Britain, because that provides me shelter, food, everything.
And our children, they're born British. Their values is the British values. And we love British values. And we're living in this country since many years, like more 30 years around. Not even a single English person racist with us.
We have lived here 30 years and not a single English, British person has been racist to us. Now, obviously, there'll be cases, but in their case, that's the case. Do you understand? And they will tell you, you know, I can imagine the amount of hatred and how many messages they've got, or abusive text messages, or that voice message at the beginning, which again backs up everything I've been saying about mass migration from certain countries, or the fact that, you know, the people who come and vote, they're getting passed through in 30 bloody minutes and let to roam from the hotels or from their HMOs, who will fall into groups which will be attracted to the existing enclaves, empowering and numbering that environment, making it more like a colony, you could argue. We could say that now, in our part of the country. And when there's enough of them, and when the government and mainstream media doesn't cover this, mainstream media covering this story right now, you know, Talk TV's not perfect, yeah, neither is GB bloody News, but at least Talk's talking about it. Yeah, I'll give them that, right? But is that BBC, ITV? If I was watching the BBC or Channel 4, and that would be news to me. Yeah, we don't see that because you were constantly gaslighted to say none of this is happening. There's no issues. And as I've said, I don't give a damn about the colour of your skin or your religion. But when you come here, you come to join in our way of life. You come to advance and aid us and love us, and we will love you. And it's always been the way historically. And yes, nothing is perfect, and there's always instances, but overall the majority are tolerant in this country. But what you're doing, Keir Starmer, what you're doing, Green Party, is you're creating intolerance on every single level for identity politics. And yes, Islam is part of that identity politics nonsense. But I thought that was a great video to highlight, and I hope you enjoy and understand what I'm getting at. And please come and join Restore Britain. Give us a follow and a like, you know, especially on the page, and follow Rupert Lowe. Whether you are part of Restore Britain or not, whether you like Rupert or not, follow him, breathe, read, and understand what we're really getting at.